off the ground.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
The heaviest summer rain is washing the night away. Wrap up your guitar and remove the ground from the strings. You start in a mellow tune. Your heart's like a red balloon, which is floating down the wind, wherever it brings. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. The innermost dream comes true. No one is leading you. You roam in the land of the blind, secluded alone. Despite the forbidden things, you've got the inspired wings. You're stepping the airstrip and taking off. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night. Under the fallen sky, I'm catching the star drops. Here comes the break of day after the rainy night.
Greetings, esteemed listeners of Emmachev Radio. On this glorious day, let us delve into a profound reflection that will ignite the fire within your souls. Like a beacon of light piercing through the darkest of nights, may this quote guide you on a path of unwavering determination and unyielding spirit. The journey ahead may be arduous, but remember the greatest rewards await those who dare to persevere. Embrace the challenges that life throws your way, knowing that they are but stepping stones on the road to triumph. Keep your head held high, let your heart overflow with hope, and strive to reach heights that defy limitations. Remember, the power to shape your destiny lies within you. Let this quote be the catalyst that sets you on a course towards greatness. Emmachev Radio is honored to have you as our listeners, and we encourage you to stay tuned for more inspiring content that will empower you to conquer your fears and achieve your dreams.
All the latest news and breaking headlines, live from your local radio station. This is On the Hour News.
So, some pretty tragic news coming out of Egypt today.
6 Russian tourists dead after a submarine sank in the Red Sea near Hurghada.
A lot of people rescued, thankfully, but still a terrible incident.
Yeah, really awful.
Apparently, the submarine, called the Sinbad, was carrying 45 Russian tourists, plus the crew.
Initial reports were confusing, but it seems like everyone who died was Russian.
It's a popular tourist spot, right? You can see why people would want to take a submarine trip to see the coral reefs and all that.
But this just highlights how things can go wrong, even in seemingly safe environments.
Absolutely.
And it's not the first time there have been problems in the Red Sea.
A lot of tourist companies have actually limited travel there recently because of conflicts in the region.
Moving on to something a little lighter, but still serious for Chelsea fans. They might miss out on building a new stadium at Earl's Court. Oh, really? What's happening there? Oh. Well, they need to put in a bid quickly, or the opportunity could be gone.
There's another proposal for the site that doesn't include a stadium at all.
Expanding Stamford Bridge is proving tricky, so Earl's Court was seen as a good option.
Makes sense.
They definitely need more capacity.
This could be a real blow for the club.
Now on to some tech news, and this is an interesting one.
Trump is suggesting he might ease tariffs on China in return for a TikTok deal.
Wait, what? How are those two things connected? Well, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, is Chinese.
Trump wants them to sell TikTok, and he's hinting that China's cooperation in the sale could be rewarded with tariff reductions.
So basically, he's using TikTok as a bargaining chip in trade negotiations. Sounds like it.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
He's been pretty tough on China regarding trade, so this would be a bit of a shift.
I can take the cold, wandering alone, waking up and eating, laughing all alone. 'Cause I hate being told what to do and what to wear, who to see, who I can be. Asking me questions you should already know if you paid any attention. Oh. To focus on you. When will you see the truth? Oh, it's not all black and blue, and not the same. Me and you, we're not the same.
I don't know, she keeps talking to me about just braving it, just keep going without thinking of first where I came from. And it's really painful to have to keep explaining myself over and over.
We are more than what is sold. Aren't you bored of pretty people doing pretty things? Yeah, shit that's got no soul. Aren't you tired of the same old, same old? Shit that's got no soul. We're more than what is sold. I want something that's got more soul. Born of poor, damn, 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 damn. If I escape the same old, I'll take them cold, 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 cold. If I escape the same old, yeah, I can take the cold, yeah, wandering alone. Pati na lang tayo, pati na lang dito. Ba't ka pa lalayo? Nandito naman ako. Pati na lang tayo. Ano ba ang meron siya na wala sa akin? Yan ang sabi mo sa akin. Oh, pati na lang tayo kasi ang dami ng bago. Pati na lang tayo dito doon, pareho sa noon. Yan ang sabi mo sa akin. Sawa na ko sa kwentong to, ko na ang ending nito. Sawa na ko sa kwentong ito. Alam ko na ang ending mo. Nakita ko na tong buwing to. Alam ko na ang ending mo. Pati na lang tayo. Alam ko na ang ending mo. I couldn't stay in my and how it all ends. Thinking of all the ways, waiting for when the curtain drops. Next, imagining all the ways the page turns next. Seeing the flicker of light, but thinking, yeah, that's wrong. This is just how it ends. Wasting time. I'll be in fear. Stay in my seat, waiting for when the curtain drops. Cower with fear in my seat. All the ways the page turns next. Hold myself close to my light, but thinking, insane. This is just how it ends. Insane. Was I seen? It goes, nobody knows where it goes, nobody knows where it goes, nobody knows. It goes.
Tune into the sound that shakes the ground. Wednesdays rock loud, crashing all around. 1600 hours till the clock strikes 5. Independent voices keep the scene alive. Formula rock on Emmachev, always loud and clear. Feel the power run through right in your ear. From 16 to 17 we take the stage. Great, great songs, independent artist rage. Airwaves crackle with the new and unknown, blasting out the speakers, breaking the stone. Uncut diamonds from the underground rise. Formula rock's the prize, the truth no disguise. Formula rock on Emmachev, always loud and clear. Feel the power run through right in your ear. From 16 to 17 we take the stage. Great, great songs, independent artist rage. Ready to tell this rage. Airwaves crack tackle with the new and unknown. Blasting out the speakers, breaking the stone. Uncut diamonds from the underground rise. Formula rocks the prize, the truth no disguise. Formula rock on Emmachev, always loud and clear. Feel the power run pure right in your ear. From 16 to 17 we take the stage. Great songs, independent artist rage. Credit artist rage. And we storm, shaking the core. For an hour it's music we adore. Formula rock where legends are born. Everywhere it's a brand new dawn. Formula rock on Emmachev, always loud and clear. Feel the power run through right in your ear. From 16 to 17 we take the stage. Great songs, independent artist rage. Credit artist rage.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
Folk Tales of Bengal by Reverend Lal Bahari Day. The Origin of Rubies. There was a certain king who died leaving 4 sons behind him with his queen. The queen was passionately fond of the youngest of the princes. She gave him the best robes, the best horses, the best food, and the best furniture. The other 3 princes became exceedingly jealous of their youngest brother, and, conspiring against him and their mother, made them live in a separate house and took possession of the estate. Owing to overindulgence, the youngest prince had become very willful. He never listened to anyone, not even to his mother, but had his own way in everything. One day he went with his mother to bathe in the river. A large boat was riding there at anchor. None of the boatmen were in it. The prince went into the boat and told his mother to come into it. His mother besought him to get down from the boat, as it did not belong to him. But the prince said, "No, mother, I am not coming down. I mean to go on a voyage, and if you wish to come with me, then delay not, but come up at once, or I shall be off in a trice." The queen besought the prince to do no such thing, but to come down instantly. But the prince gave no heed to what she said, and began to take up the anchor. The queen went up into the boat in great haste, and the moment she was on board, the boat started, and falling into the current passed on swiftly like an arrow. The boat went on and on till it reached the sea. After it had gone many furlongs into the open sea, the boat came near a whirlpool where the prince saw a great many rubies of monstrous size floating on the waters. Such large rubies no one had ever seen, each being in value equal to the wealth of 7 kings. The prince caught hold of 6 of those rubies and put them on board. His mother said, "Darling, don't take up those red balls. They must belong to somebody who has been shipwrecked, and we may be taken up as thieves." At the repeated entreaties of his mother, the prince threw them into the sea, keeping only one tied up in his clothes. The boat then drifted toward the coast, and the queen and the prince arrived at a certain port where they landed. The port where they landed was not a small place. It was a large city, the capital of a great king. Not far from the palace, the queen and her son hired a hut where they lived. As the prince was yet a boy, he was fond of playing at marbles. When the children of the king came out to play on a lawn before the palace, our young prince joined them. He had no marbles, but he played with the ruby which he had in his possession. The ruby was so hard that it broke every taw against which it struck. The daughter of the king, who used to watch the games from a balcony of the palace, was astonished to see a brilliant red ball in the hand of the strange lad, and wanted to take possession of it. She told her father that a boy of the street had an uncommonly bright stone in his possession, which she must have, or else she would starve herself to death. The king ordered his servants to bring to him the lad with that precious stone. When the boy was brought, the king wondered at the largeness and brilliancy of the ruby. He had never seen anything like it. He doubted whether any king of any country in the world possessed so great a treasure. He asked the lad where he had got it. The lad replied that he had got it from the sea. The king offered 1,000 rupees for the ruby, and the lad, not knowing its value, readily parted with it for that sum. He went with the money to his mother, who was not a little frightened, thinking that her son had stolen the money from some rich man's house. She became quiet, however, on being assured that the money was given to him by the king in exchange for the red ball which he had picked up in the sea. The king's daughter, on getting the ruby, put it in her hair, and standing before her pet parrot, said to the bird, "Oh, my darling parrot, don't I look very beautiful with this ruby in my hair?" The parrot replied, "Beautiful? You look quite hideous with it. What princess ever puts only one ruby in her hair? It would be somewhat feasible if you had two at least." Stung with shame at the reproach cast in her teeth by the parrot, the princess went into the grief chamber of the palace and would never eat nor drink. The king was not a little concerned when he heard that his daughter had gone into the grief chamber. He went to her and asked her the cause of her grief. The princess told the king what her pet parrot had said, and added, "Father, if you do not procure for me another ruby like this, I'll put an end to my life by mine own hands." The king was overwhelmed with grief. Where was he to get another ruby like it? He doubted whether another like it could be found in the whole world. He ordered the lad who had sold the ruby to be brought into his presence. "Have you, young man," asked the king, "another ruby like the one you sold me?" The lad replied, "No, I have not got one." "Why? Do you want another?" "I can give you lots if you wish to have them. They are to be found in a whirlpool in the sea, far, far away. I can go and fetch some for you." Amazed at the lad's reply, the king offered rich rewards for procuring only another ruby of the same sort. The lad went home and said to his mother that he must go to the sea again to fetch some rubies for the king. The woman was quite frightened at the idea and begged him not to go, but the lad was resolved on going, and nothing could prevent him from carrying out his purpose. He accordingly went alone on board that same vessel which had brought him and his mother, and set sail. He reached the whirlpool, from near which he had formerly picked up the rubies. This time, however, he determined to go to the exact spot whence the rubies were coming out. He went to the center of the whirlpool, where he saw a gap reaching to the bottom of the ocean. He dived into it, leaving his boat to wheel round the whirlpool. When he reached the bottom of the ocean, he saw there a beautiful place. He went inside. In the central room of the palace there was the god Siva, with his eyes closed, and absorbed apparently in intense meditation. A few feet above Siva's head was a platform, on which lay a young lady of exquisite beauty. The prince went to the platform and saw that the head of the lady was separated from her body. Horrified at the sight, he did not know what to make of it. He saw a stream of blood trickling from the severed head, falling upon the matted head of Siva, and running into the ocean in the form of rubies. After a little, two small rods, one of silver and one of gold, which were lying near the head of the lady, attracted his eyes. As he took up the rods in his hands, the golden rod accidentally fell upon the head, on which the head immediately joined itself to the body, and the lady got up. Astonished at the sight of a human being, the lady asked the prince who he was and how he had got there. After hearing the story of the prince's adventure, the lady said, "Unhappy young man, depart instantly from this place, for when Siva finishes his meditations, he will turn you to ashes by a single glance of his eyes." The young man, however, would not go except in her company, as he was over head and ears in love with the beautiful lady. At last they both contrived to run away from the palace, and coming up to the surface of the ocean, they climbed into the boat near the center of the whirlpool and sailed away toward land, having previously laden the vessel with a cargo of rubies. The wonder of the prince's mother at seeing the beautiful damsel may be well imagined. Early next morning, the prince sent a basin full of big rubies through a servant to the king, that was astonished beyond measure. His daughter, on getting the rubies, resolved on marrying the wonderful lad who had made a present of them to her. Though the prince had a wife, whom he had brought up from the depths of the ocean, he consented to have a second wife. They were accordingly married and lived happily for years, begetting sons and daughters. The End. Read by Tony Walker for Lit2Go on the web at fcit.usf.edu.
Emmachev Radio.
Check, live it right. I know say I it's from the rebel farm, yeah. I know say one love, one aim, one destiny. Hiya, I them say more. And every passage them a shout out more. And the dance floor and them a ball out more. And the dance floor and them a wanting more. More. And every massive them a shout out more. On the dance floor and them a ball it out more. And every massive them a shout loud more. I miss I give them bass, me say more drum. From uptown, me say up to the slum. Every old man, every youth man, them a want more bass we come. And me say I'm more fire level, I set it higher. We say I'm more fire come. I burn Babylon with this a fire bass and a fire drum. More. I me say more. I hear the massive them a shout out more. On the dance floor balling loud for more. Every massive coming balling out for more. I them call for more. Every massive balling out loud for more. I giving drum and bass out now for more. Every massive on the dance floor loud more. I me say more. The state if we come under attack and more. Them can't get us fighting back and more. The dance silly moves on the dance floor. More. Yes sir. I me say more love and more peace and more one aim and one destiny. I me say one nation. More that I come up on the dance floor. I me say more that we want. I me say more. I say more what we have. More peace, more one love. I'm telling you more. I see it grow so much more. I better we could know more. Every massive shouting out loud for more. On the dance floor, them aloud for more. I'm bubbling, shouting out there for more. I say more. Every massive on the dance floor want more. I'm shouting out louder than my bar for more. And pumping out and up and down for more. Give me more sun, more good food and more rain. Give me good loving, more again. This thing is what I want to gain. I want the microphone and I want the mix board game. And me say more level, more treble, more bass, more drum. Uptown, downtown, come as one. Where we have a more bass, when we have more sound, more.
Oh mama, last night I met a young man. Oh mama, he turned to me and said, won't you be mine, 789? Won't you be mine, 789? And down on one knee he called me baby. He told me my smile was so divine. Won't you be mine, 789? Won't you be mine, 789?
Emmachev Radio, we're here to play. Roots rock reggae every single day. Listen to the sound that takes you away to the land of sun where the palm trees sway. Positive vibes, they bloom like the May.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
I sing my song both night and day. The music won't stop 'cause I won't play. I won't play, no, 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 I won't play. I know what you want to take from me, but you can't have what sets me free. I sing my song both night and day. The music won't stop 'cause I won't play. I won't play, no, 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 I won't play.
Home of the biggest hits. 24/7. 365 days a year.
Emmachev Radio.
$55 to an hour. How far will you drive? Riding down 45. Yeah. me an hour to get here. Sorry I'm late. You held my hand inside the winter lights. Thank God you made the move. First kiss on the rocks, margaritas. Now I gotta see you soon. 55 to an hour. How far will you drive? Riding down 45. 55 to an hour. That's how far I'll drive just to see your eyes. Off of your smile, it goes good with your face. Wherever you want me, I'll be there. Just show me the way. And we dance in the stars and Christmas lights. I told you I had no moves. Take my hand, follow my lead, I'll be your teacher. Slow dancing in my room. 55 to an hour. How far will you drive? Riding down 45. 55 to an hour. That's how far I'll drive just to see your eyes.
read a book and will a joy. Soon you know me not have to take no shot from no boy, cause me don't have a plan for them. And it no mean me I go send no man for them. Cause if a book them a read and I treat we like clown, who say we have to take it lying down? Knowledge is the power, we control the tower and rival Elizabeth crown. Yeah, things will be better. Up, me say step a elevator. Rise with the wind like a feather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird. Yeah, things will be better. Up, me say step a elevator. No matter what the time or the weather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird. You know is that I never give in. No, I never give in. No, and I will always grow as long as I'm living. Yes, I'm living. Oh yeah. Now if a poverty in the way, we slap him with a book. You see gloom and dismay. We slap him with a book. All evil same way. We slap him with a book. Determination on display. Things will be better. Up, me say step or elevator. Rise with the wind like a feather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird. You set me life better. Up, me say step or elevator. No matter what the time or the weather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing, yeah. Long day in the sun. Said it's been a long, long, long day in the sun. Man, I go spot no gun for make them come hunt me down when the troops them reply. Disrespect, all I call man boy. I rather sing one song for them than make my family come sing no song kidding. Because enough them sing and I pass along down. That's when you got to take it lying down. But knowledge is the power, we control the tower. So don't make them catch you spellbound, cause things will be better. Up, me say step or elevator. Rise with the wind like a feather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird. Things have to get better. Up, me say step or elevator. No matter what the time or the weather. Fly with the eagle, then we sing like a bird. Yes. One thing you should know is that I never give in. No, I never give in. No. And if a poverty in the way, we slap him with a book. You see gloom and dismay. We slap him with a book. All evil same way. We slap him with a book. Determination on display. I'm a feather, yeah. Like a bird, yeah. Things could be better.
Why stream it when we can play it? The biggest hits 24/7.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
There's no escaping each love story ends in tragedy.
Hi, Emmachev. Let's start this beautiful day with a word of wisdom from the incredible Helen Keller. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They must be felt with the heart. This quote reminds us that true beauty and joy come from within. By cultivating a kind and compassionate heart, we can experience the richness of life. Let's embrace this heartfelt message and live each day with empathy and love. May your day be filled with warmth and compassion. This is Emmachev Radio, your daily dose of motivation. Tune in tomorrow for another uplifting message.
In the fast-paced world of fuel retail, staying ahead of the curve is essential. Say goodbye to manual challenges and legacy system limitations. Rockeye Smart Station empowers you to overcome obstacles and embrace a new era of fuel station management. With Rockeye, you gain complete control of your operations, optimize workflows, and unlock new levels of productivity. Join the future of fuel retail and EV charging with Rockeye Smart Station. For more information, send an email to rockeye@emmachev.com.
The Lion and the Gnat by Reverend Albert E. Sims. Far away in Central Africa, that vast land where dense forests and wild beasts abound, the shades of night were once more descending, warning all creatures that it was time to seek repose. All day long the sun had been like a great burning eye, but now, after painting the western sky with crimson and scarlet and gold, he had disappeared into his fleecy bed. The various creatures of the forest had sought their holes and resting places. The last sound had rumbled its rumble, the last bee had mumbled its mumble, and the last bear had grumbled his grumble. Even the grasshoppers that had been chirping through all the long hours without a pause, at length had ceased their shrill music, tucked up their long legs, and given themselves to slumber. There, on a nodding grass blade, a tiny gnat had made a swinging couch, and he too had folded his wings, closed his tiny eyes, and was fast asleep. Darker, darker, darker became the night, until the darkness could almost be felt, and over all was a solemn stillness, as though some powerful finger had been raised, and some potent voice had whispered, "Hush." Just when all was perfectly still, there came suddenly from the far-away depths of the forest, like the roll of thunder, a mighty roar. In a moment, all the beasts and birds were wide awake, and the poor little gnat was nearly frightened out of his little senses, and his little heart went pit-a-pat. He rubbed his little eyes with his feelers, and then peered all around, trying to penetrate the deep gloom as he whispered in terror, "What was that?" What do you think it was? Yes, a lion, a great, big lion who, while most other denizens of the forest slept, was out hunting for prey. He came rushing and crashing through the thick undergrowth of the forest, swirling his long tail and opening wide his great jaws, and as he rushed, he roared. Presently he reached the spot where the little gnat hung panting at the tip of the waving grass blade. Now the little gnat was not afraid of lions, so when he saw it was only a lion, he cried out, "Hi! Stop! Stop! What are you making that horrible noise about?" The lion stopped short, then backed slowly and regarded the gnat with scorn. "Why, you tiny, little, mean, insignificant creature, you! How dare you speak to me?" he raged. "How dare I speak to you?" repeated the gnat quietly. "By the virtue of right, which is always greater than might. Why don't you keep to your own part of the forest? What right have you to be here disturbing folks at this time of night?" By a mighty effort the lion restrained his anger. He knew that to obtain mastery over others one must be master over himself. "What right?" he repeated in dignified tones. "Because I'm king of the forest. That's why. I can do no wrong, for all the other creatures of the forest are afraid of me. I do what I please. I say what I please. I eat whom I please. I go where I please, simply because I'm king of the forest." "But who told you you were king?" demanded the gnat. "Just answer me that." "Who told me?" roared the lion. "Why, everyone acknowledges it. Don't I tell you that everyone is afraid of me?" "Indeed," cried the gnat disdainfully. "Pray, don't say all, for I'm not afraid of you, and further, I deny your right to be king." Well, this was too much for the lion. He now worked himself into a perfect fury. "You deny my right as king?" "I do. And what is more, you shall never be king until you have fought and conquered me." The lion laughed, a great lion laugh, and a lion laugh cannot be laughed at like a cat laugh, as everyone ought to know. "Fight? Did you say fight?" he asked. "Who ever heard of a lion fighting a gnat? Here, out of my way, you atom of nothing. I'll blow you to the other end of the world." But though the lion puffed his cheeks until they were like great bellows, and then blew with all his might, he could not disturb the little gnat's hold on the swaying grass blade. "You'll blow all your whiskers away if you're not careful," he said with a laugh, "but you won't move me. And if you dare leave this spot without fighting me, I'll tell all the beasts of the forest that you are afraid of me, and they'll make me king." "Ha, ha, ha!" roared the lion. "Very well. Since you will fight, let it be so." "You agree to the conditions, then? The one who conquers shall be king?" "Oh, certainly," laughed the lion, for he expected an easy victory. "Are you ready?" "Quite ready." "Then go!" roared the lion. And with that he sprang forward with open jaws, thinking he could easily swallow 1,000,000 gnats. But just as the great jaws were about to close upon the blade of grass whereto the gnat clung, what should happen but that the gnat suddenly spread his wings and nimbly flew, where do you think, right into one of the lion's nostrils. And there he began to sting, sting, sting. The lion wondered and thundered and blundered, but the gnat went on stinging. He foamed, and he moaned, and he groaned, and still the gnat went on stinging. He rubbed his head on the ground in agony. He swirled his tail in furious passion. He roared, he spluttered, he sniffed, he snuffed, and still the gnat went on stinging. "Oh, my poor nose, my nose, my nose!" the lion began to moan. "Come down, come down, come down, my nose, my nose, my nose! You're king of the forest, you're king, only come down! My nose, my nose, my nose!" So at last the gnat flew out from the lion's nostril and went back to his waving grass blade, while the lion slunk away into the depths of the forest with his tail between his legs, beaten, and by a tiny gnat. "What a fine fellow am I, to be sure!" exclaimed the gnat as he proudly plumed his wings. "I've beaten a lion! A lion! Dear me, I ought to have been king long ago. I'm so clever, so big, so strong. Oh!" The gnat's frightened cry was caused by finding himself entangled in some silky sort of threads. While gloating over his victory, the wind had risen, and his grass blade had swayed violently to and fro, unnoticed by him. A stronger gust than usual had bent the blade downward close to the ground, and then something caught it and held it fast, and with it the victorious gnat. Oh, the desperate struggles he made to get free! Alas, he became more entangled than ever. You can guess what it was. A spider's web hung out from the overhanging branch of a tree. And then, flipperty-flopperty, flipperty-flopperty, flop, flip-flop, 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 down his stairs came cunning Father Spider, and quickly gobbled up the little gnat for his supper. And that was the end of him. A strong lion, and what overcame him? A gnat. A clever gnat, and what overcame him? A spider's web. He who had beaten the strong lion had been overcome by the subtle snare of a spider's thread. Read by Rick Kistner for Lit2Go, on the web at fcit.usf.edu.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
All the latest news and breaking headlines, live from your local radio station. This is On the Hour News.
So, some pretty tragic news coming out of Egypt today.
6 Russian tourists dead after a submarine sank in the Red Sea near Hurghada.
A lot of people rescued, thankfully, but still a terrible incident.
Yeah, really awful.
Apparently, the submarine, called the Sinbad, was carrying 45 Russian tourists, plus the crew.
Initial reports were confusing, but it seems like everyone who died was Russian.
It's a popular tourist spot, right? You can see why people would want to take a submarine trip to see the coral reefs and all that.
But this just highlights how things can go wrong, even in seemingly safe environments.
Absolutely.
And it's not the first time there have been problems in the Red Sea.
A lot of tourist companies have actually limited travel there recently because of conflicts in the region.
Moving on to something a little lighter, but still serious for Chelsea fans. They might miss out on building a new stadium at Earl's Court. Oh, really? What's happening there? Oh. Well, they need to put in a bid quickly, or the opportunity could be gone.
There's another proposal for the site that doesn't include a stadium at all.
Expanding Stamford Bridge is proving tricky, so Earl's Court was seen as a good option.
Makes sense.
They definitely need more capacity.
This could be a real blow for the club.
Now on to some tech news, and this is an interesting one.
Trump is suggesting he might ease tariffs on China in return for a TikTok deal.
Wait, what? How are those two things connected? Well, TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, is Chinese.
Trump wants them to sell TikTok, and he's hinting that China's cooperation in the sale could be rewarded with tariff reductions.
So basically, he's using TikTok as a bargaining chip in trade negotiations. Sounds like it.
It'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
He's been pretty tough on China regarding trade, so this would be a bit of a shift.
I love to listen while I work.
Listen to it at work, all day.
I love it.
It's my kind of music.
I get the best mix of my favorite music.
All on one radio station.
You guys play the variety I want to hear.
I love the variety.
You're the best. You guys are great.
I get the best mix of my favorite music.
We love it.
It's a great station.
It is the best station.
They have a variety of music.
It's a wide variety.
Emmachev Radio.